Hey guys, and welcome to Pixel Cherry Ninja's channel. In this video today we are talking about Streets of Rage 2 New Era. This is something that I have covered on the channel before, but this has now received an update to version 3.1, and guys, this is amazing. It is reverse engineered, so it is rebuilt from the ground up via reverse engineering. So you're not using an emulator, it's running natively. You provide your own ROM and it takes the assets from the ROM with all the reverse engineering work, and it gives you a very nice fluid experience. It's available to play, or the footage you're seeing here is captured on a Windows device, but you can play on Linux, you can play on Mac OS, and you can also play on Android. So you have plenty of ways of playing this. Now, I grew up in the arcades, I like brawlers, I always have and I always will do. The big difference between the Streets of Rage games and say something like Final Fight, Cadillac and Dinosaurs, Gang Wars, or name like the hundreds or dozens or however many beat 'em ups right in the arcade. In the arcade they were coin guzzlers, and you kind of almost had to work out glitchy kind of tactics in order to beat the computer. That was fun in and of itself, but I feel the Streets of Rage games were very balanced brawlers. They were made for consoles, so they were made for you guys to have fun and enjoy, and I never felt they were super difficult. I always felt the difficulty was fair. Growing up I played Streets of Rage 1, which I really liked, but Streets of Rage 2 is the pinnacle of the series. I never played too much of it growing up, but I started playing a lot of it when I was older, and I was like, heck, this is such a great game. Streets of Rage 3, we know not many people like it. However, there are ROM hacks available that make your experience better when playing that game. I'm talking about you, Billy Time Games. Streets of Rage 4, when it comes to modern brawlers, there is nothing better than that. You know, you've got stuff like the Power Rangers game, TMNT Shredder's Revenge, the recent Marvel's Cosmic Invasion. They're all good games in their own right, but Streets of Rage 4 just feels complete. It feels like a proper brawler and a true sequel. I do hope we get more games like that. Sega, if you're listening, give us a new golden axe. So why should you play this? Well, it has lots and lots of different modes in there. It has a classic mode, which is a faithful recreation of the original game. Also has like save stuff in there. You can give yourself a name and it appears where your character is, which is really neat. You can also pick Shiva, one of the boss characters. You can pick Shiva in like the normal game mode. Then you've got a 30th anniversary mode, which is an enhanced experience with widescreen support. The controls are very fluid, and there are a lot of bug fixes in there as well. What I really like is you can actually choose to have like the Street Fighter 4 Street Fighter 4, my bad, Streets of Rage 4 mechanics in there. So for example, you've got the Streets of Rage 4 type of recovery. As well as that, you've got a dedicated button to pick up items, because let's face it, we've all at some point tried to punch an enemy and we pick up an apple and then the enemy kicks us in the nuts, right? Or you pick up an apple when you've got full health, when you want to do a special, wear down some energy and then go and pick that stuff up. As well as that, it's got a dedicated button for a back attack, and the default button configuration is exactly the same as Streets of Rage 4. So if you've been playing that and you want to revisit this version of Streets of Rage 2, you are in for a good time. Then there's this crazy mode in there called Ninpo Kage Bunshin. And that one is just crazy. It's like a bonus game mode, but it almost feels like you're in a custom combo. You really can chain stuff together. And if you're an expert at Streets of Rage 2, it's got some crazy difficulty, Mania Plus and Megamania. You can play up to 4 players, whether it's local or online co-op. I did try and have a look at online and it asked me for a room code, so I'm not sure if you can do randoms or if you need to play with friends. As well as that, if you want to brag, you've got online leaderboards, and you've got like built-in kind of speedrun stuff. I definitely don't speedrun, I slow run. So if you want to speed run the game, there's stuff in there for you. But overall, guys, just wanted to highlight this. A big shout out to everyone that's involved in this project. I mean, it's amazing. You're kids, you're playing games that you like, and when you grow up, you're like, you know what, I like these games so much, and now I have the talent. I am gonna kind of like reverse engineer it and make native PC ports. Now, when it comes to games, when they're decompiled and then they're recompiled and we get native PC ports, a lot of times they are actually my favorite way of playing the game. Now, don't get me wrong, the Mega Drive version will always be the Mega Drive version, and that will always be my favorite. However, this is freaking amazing. I had a blast playing this, and other recompiles. I'm going to go into N64 here, but playing a lot of the N64 games are really good, because N64 had like low frame rates, you've got high frame rates, you've got better graphics, but Streets of Rage 2 was never broken. It's a great game, but this is a really good way to experience it. So if you're a fan, try it out. Let me know what you guys think. You know, if you had a Mega Drive growing up and you played it, what do you think? Do you still prefer the other version? Do you like this version better, or are they both the same? Anyway, guys, Just wanted to bring this to your attention. If you do enjoy this type of content, then consider subscribing to the channel, pressing that like button and turning on those notification bells really does help as well. Anyway, be awesome to one another. This is Pixel Cherry Ninja out.